Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Got the first timer, Arshnu. How's it going? Happy Friday to you. Appreciate you for joining. You're the first here to comment. All the others that are deciding to join as you're coming in, ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel. You get a chance. I am your host, Brett, with Anvil Music and Media. It's going to soon be Anvil Group, but we're excited. It's Friday, man. Friday is always a good day. Sort of welcomes in the weekend, even though my perspective has changed over the years. You know, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Arsenal, can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? I want to make sure my mic is good. But I appreciate you guys' support, man. Everybody who's been sort of rocking with me in this process. We've done great. This has been a great community. This has been a great source for you guys. And yeah, I'm sort of thankful for it. The whole content creation journey for me when I started out. Awesome. You can hear me. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. The content journey, creation journey, I started out making videos, edited videos. They weren't very good videos. They weren't very sharp videos, but I started. And that's the key to life and to everything. You got to start. You got to begin somewhere. You have to begin somewhere. And as I sort of gained my footing and my traction, I kept going. Like I kept just making video after video. So you have to show up and you have to be consistent in content creation is what you do. Do something that you love. If you have an audience for it, you know, they will rock with you. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know as you are joining the live. Let me know where you're watching from. I appreciate all the support. Those who will be watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Would love to get some likes from you guys. Also, any comments you have. We're gonna hang out today. This is what we do. This is what we do. Vacation City says, I'm watching from Germany. Welcome from Germany. Appreciate you joining. That's a kind of cool name. What's the Vacation City? What? Give me the reason behind your handle. Ormoria says hi. Hey, Ormoria, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for joining. My name is Brett with Anvil. So nice to meet you all. If you guys get a chance, subscribe to this channel. Go check out some of my videos. Let me know in the comments of the videos that you watch that you were part of this live session today. And yeah, we are just man, it's been a great week. Been a great great week. Michael, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, Michael. So Michael asked me, what do I do on YouTube? Like, what do I talk about? So I mainly talk about YouTube. Lately, I've been talking about a lot of different things, but it's mainly, my channel is mainly focused on tech and computers. I started reviewing like Apple products, Apple computers, Macs. That's mainly, if you go to my channel when you get a chance, even if you want to hop off this live and go check out the channels and come back, we still should be here. But mainly my focus is Apple products and other tech products. So lately I've been getting into other companies such as Google, Meta. With this AI rush, it's been like a freaking gold rush. So just anything tech is what I sort of I've done reviews on mics. I've done reviews on headphones. I've done reviews on cameras. So it's all tech stuff, man. So sweet. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully that sort of lets you know where I am. And we're going to talk a little tech today. The lives, I just like to come on because I love to engage my followers. A lot of guys on here are followers. So appreciate you guys for joining the chat. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Come back and see me. I'm here every Tuesday and Friday. And so that's the thing with social media and content creation. You got to be consistent day in and day out. It's a grind. It's a grind for us as content creators. I don't know if anybody else is in the sort of content creator space, but you will know, you understand. Nobody really sort of hates on the other person because it's a grind. It is definitely a grind. Let's see some of the comments, questions. Arsh News says, I have a question. Should you buy off the Apple education site, as there's $100 off on everything and doesn't even ask for any student ID? Arshnu, give me the name of that website, and I can take a look at it. I don't know offhand. I'm not sure. I'm inclined to not buy something just because it's $100 off. It just depends on what it is. Is it a valid website? I don't know. You'll have to vet that sort of out. But yeah, good question. Leave the website in the chat. Let me know. Yeah. So let's see here. But yeah. So yeah, we're here. Good question there. It's official, Apple's official website. That's why I was asking. Oh, so it is Apple's official website? Yeah, I don't know. So let me go back to your question. You said, should you buy off Apple's education site? Oh, yeah. If you're a student, yeah. I mean, if it's Apple's official website, I didn't know they had discounted items for students. Which would make sense, right? We get discounted off because we have a student discount on some of the apps that we use. So that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah. So but anyway, yeah, this whole game of social media is a funny one. But my purpose for me is to show up for you guys and to we can build a community. So yeah, what you guys got going on? Let's see. AIs, thank you for the comment and question. I assume that is a question. How stable are iPhones after 5 years? Very stable. iPhones are very stable after 5 years. I can't say the same for Androids, but very stable. Yep. So yeah, they're very stable. But yeah, we're excited. You guys let me know any other questions that you have. Anybody in the chat looking to be a content creator or sort of have any questions about that? Anybody have any tech questions, any other tech questions? Vacation City says a 5-year iPhone is more stable than the brand new Android. Yeah, I mean you could argue you could argue that. But yeah, AIs, yeah. So what phone are you sort of looking at? Let me know. What iPhone are you looking to purchase today? We got a little bit of Apple news. Apple is currently, and I'm going to give that to you guys. This segment is brought to you by Anvil Music and Media, where you can get your production needs, your graphic needs, all that good stuff. Apple has flirted with a chip that they're looking to produce and to release. It's going to be an AI chip that they're going to offer I believe it's going to be placed inside most of the phones, most of your computers, and this should be something that sort of gets them on their way in the AI race. I hope so, because they're kind of behind with Siri. Many of you guys know I've talked about Siri before, and it's Siri needs some upgrading. Let's just say that. Let's see, Arsenal. Androids are good. It's better off getting the Pixel 9 than the 5-year-old. Okay, that's arguable. Yeah. Yep. So yeah. But yeah, as you're watching in the chat, let me know, guys, where you're watching from today. If you haven't already and you don't know who I am, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media, which Anvil Music and Media sponsors this live video. I'm on every Tuesday and every Friday. Same time. So, but yeah, let's get into some news. There is a 20-year anniversary for the iPhone model, and it's coming. And it's possible we may get a new iPhone as a result of the 20-year anniversary, which is pretty cool. Apple TV's got 17 new releases. Anybody subscribe to Apple TV? They've had several hit shows so far this year. Their shows are pretty good, actually. I enjoy the shows there for Apple TV. But they've got 17 new releases. Of course, all of the companies are now in the TV and movie space, in the series space. So that's sort of good. It's not anything I'm sort of like jumping up and down about, but that is some sort of news. Let's see. AI says I want a flagship that can last long, so iPhone after researching. Yeah. I mean, get your iPhone. I don't know what iPhone do you have currently now? Let me know in the comments what phone do you have now? But I would recommend anything from the iPhone 15 to the 16, depending on your budget, right? Of course, you gotta sort of sort that out. So yeah. Let's see what else. What other news do we have? Apple is preparing for the Apple event, so they've got some things coming. They also have looks like they're preparing to design and release, maybe in 2026, some new glasses, AI and no, I'm sorry, AR and VR glasses. These AR and VR glasses, basically, you have your augmented reality and you have your virtual reality. The virtual reality space is when you're fully submerged into the world. The augmented reality stands for when you sort of do both. So the example I give for augmented reality is you're walking down the street, your glasses are on, and you may be looking for a restaurant, and you can talk to your glasses and it'll point you out to the 4 or 5 restaurants around you, but you're able to still see as you're walking. Like, it's mixed reality, right? So yeah, let's see what's going on. Blowhole, welcome to the show. Blowhole, guys, you don't know, Blowhole always comes in, tries to steal my show. He's Blowhole's a good guy. How's it going, Blowhole? What are you up to today? What you got going on for the weekend? Appreciate you joining, man. The chat isn't so chill today, so just y'all be easy. Let's see. Arshnu says, are the new Beats cable worth it? I don't know that you said it's a Beats cable. I'm sure they find like Beats is a reputable brand, right? But if you're looking for like the Beats, like the USB cable, you're probably good. What I like to do is when I go to purchase any sort of accessory, I'll just go look in the reviews of the accessory that I'm sort of looking up and looking for, and I'll just sort of if the accessories are good. Generally, Beats cables are fine. No issue there. Flo says just drop by. Yeah, thanks for dropping. I remember, the last video you actually found my first video with my red shirt. Did you watch that video? That video was my very first video on YouTube. Oh my goodness. It was in this studio. Like, in fact, the studio was different. Everything was like arranged sort of different. And it was my first video on YouTube, and I was like, hey God, it was very like, it just wasn't good. But Blowhole says, wake up the kids. Yeah, I'm gonna get the wife to do that today. I woke them up last time. I woke them up. They were like looking at me like, why are you waking us up so early? So, oh, you didn't see the video? Yeah, you just guessed it. Okay, cool. Well, that was a good guess. That was a good guess, man. So, what other comments do you guys have? Yeah, we're talking rocking and rolling. I appreciate all the likes. Those who get a chance, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. We do that for the algorithm's sake. We do that for, especially if you like the video. I appreciate all the likes. Thank you so much personally from me to you. But the reason why we do as content creators ask for likes, because it sort of feeds the algorithm. I mean, I sort of could, I could care less about the algorithm, but it is a thing, right? And you guys have been awesome. Speaking of accessories, you got to be very careful with your accessories when you're using Apple products. Apple recently transitioned to the USB-C cable, so they no longer use the Lightning cable for their newer products. Of course, a lot of the older, more specifically, like some of the older iPads, the iPhone, I want to say 14 and below, still uses the Lightning cable. Apple got into some trouble with that. Issues with the Lightning cable because they were sort of getting away with pricing things super high, and sort of like Apple has this sort of they have their ecosystem is very tightly knit, and so with the ecosystem, they sort of were like, well, you only need to use Apple products. I've seen, and haven't used myself, but I've seen where Apple, someone's used off-brand cable for Apple, and it's like totally messed their computer and their system up. So just be careful of that. Be careful of that. So what is going on? What do you guys got going on for the weekend? It is Friday. I am going to be in and out. Of course, I'm here every Tuesday and Friday, same time, right around like 6:45 a.m. You guys let me know, even in the chat, those who are watching for the first time, put a 1 in the chat. If you're watching for the first time, drop that 1 in the chat for me. Let me know so I can shout you out. Let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat. Apple is also on their way to the iOS 9 accessibility announcements, and they're going to have way more rumored features. CarPlay Ultra is something that's going to be coming out. So iOS 9 is something to look forward to. I just hope that the integration sort of includes the your AI space, and like, work on Siri, Apple. Like, you got to get this Siri thing right. But yeah, we're just sort of excited about that. Other news, I've been talking about Google lately. Google has been in the news in an anti lawsuit, antitrust lawsuit. Google has sort of found themselves in a bit of a problem, bit of an issue for Google. So now the backstory is Google is, of course, a search engine that when you search, you receive advertisements. Well, Google has been found out. Well, it's not really been found out, but they know they've been selling companies your information and turning around and selling the advertisement. So it's been a big mess, been a huge mess, not good, not very good at all. Google has to sort of deal with the ramifications of that. The Department of Justice, DOJ, is trying to force Google to sell Google Chrome. So, and that's sort of interesting, right? And I didn't realize even when it comes to Google Chrome, you need to have Google Chrome as an extension on your computer in order to go live. Most of the time I go live on my phone, but I wanted to I'm trying to figure out other ways that I can sort of use, because I want to eventually have it to where I have my screen up and I can talk to you guys and you guys kind of see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll have a session to where maybe sometimes I'm working on my screen. And you guys can just pretty much see what I've got going on. So Arshnu says, I placed an order for the Beats cable and a pair of new AirPods. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Pair of new AirPods, Beats cable. Awesome. So you have the Beats headphones. It sounds like you have the headphones. Yeah. So, guys, as you're coming in, my name is Brett with Anvil. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure how you got here, probably through the live feed, but yeah, I just want to acknowledge you. Let me know in the comments who you are and where you're watching from. We have a lively crowd here. People love to talk, to give comments. I love to hear them talk and give comments, and we address them. So I don't have any ones in the chats for first timers. First timers today, give me a one in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from in the world. We've got some people from Australia. Don't have any people from India today. Australia, we got some people from Germany. Bloho says he's just dropping by. Bloho, you still here? Are you still here? Did you fall asleep? This might have to come wake you up. But once again, I appreciate you guys for joining me today. So Google does face, so Google faces 13 billion in civil claims. That's a lot. The antitrust trial for Google is wrapping up. Apparently, everybody wants Chrome. One of the DOJ's proposed remedies to stop all of this mess is to force Google to basically sell Chrome and then the open source Chromium project. So Google has been adamant both in and out of the courtroom that it is the only company that can properly run Chrome, of course. And Google would probably sell Chrome, and then they would basically, after they sell it, they'll probably, like, in a couple years buy it back, right? Because that's just how it works. There's limitations on that. Unfortunately for Google, it may have underestimated its rivals. The DOJ called witnesses from Perplexity. Perplexity's is AI source. OpenAI and Yahoo, all of them said their firms were interested in buying Chrome. So clearly, Chrome is on the table. It's one of the pawns on the technology space. So looks like the company is currently working on a browser that supports the company's search efforts. It probably takes 6 to 9 months to work on a prototype for Yahoo, but buying Chrome would be much faster. Of course it would, because it's already there. It's already running. So anyway, let me know your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you got going on. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for joining today. Top Fire, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Let me know. I'm interested. What's your handle? What is the meaning of Top Fire? I mean, obviously, Top Fire, right? But how'd you get that handle? But I'm saying hi to you. Welcome to the channel. My name is Brett. Nice to meet you. Let's see. Shaban's got an interesting question. Would I rather watch a tree grow or a Negro? Okay, cool. So the other thing we have today, so I'm looking actually to invest in a new Mac myself, and I want to. What I've been looking at is the Mac Mini. There's a Mac Mini M4 that's out, and I've been really really wanting this thing because it's to me I'm in the transition of sort of getting out of the old Intel Macs. Right now I have oh, well, my computer's not even on. I have I have all Intel iMacs, which I love. I don't want to ever give up, and they still work. Speaking of what we were talking about earlier, like 5-year-old iPhones, you know what I mean? Like it's they still work. They still work, right? Um, Ali Bag says, What are your thoughts on the India-Pakistan war? I'm not sure why I get that question. Like, I'm neither Indian or Pakistani. My thoughts on war, period, is it's terrible. Because in war, people die. So my thoughts is like, stop it. that's my thoughts. But you know, I'm not in charge. I'm in rule. I don't really necessarily have an opinion, but appreciate it. Top Fire, you still there? I was waiting for your comment to come through. So what I was saying about my interest right now is to really I'm looking to probably budget for a new, possibly a mini. I've never purchased a mini before, the Mac Mini. And they have a Mac Mini M4 that seems to be very relatively reasonable. It's amazing to me. It packs the same power as the Mac Studio. Now, for those of you that do not know what the Mac Studio is, Mac Studio is a it's a Mac that's designed for those who do a lot of um, heavy files, heavy rendering of video, music files. That's Apple's specialty, right? For creatives, like heavy, like any type of files, any type of rendering, any type of software that you're sort of using, and you need an ample amount of space, right? RAM space. You need an ample amount of storage space. Well, the Studio was released a couple years ago. The price is crazy, crazy. The price is like absolutely crazy. Probably upwards of what I would need for price. It's probably upwards of about $3,000. Now, so when the Mini 4 just came out, and it just came out probably last year, last August, when it came out and it was released, pretty much like you get the same capabilities. Of course, you have to purchase step up items, which are, you know, you got to purchase more RAM, you got to purchase more hard drive space. But it ended up coming out to like $1,500 less than the Studio itself. You obviously would need with the Mini, you need a keyboard, a mouse, and a screen. So those are accessories. We were talking about accessories. Those are accessories I would sort of need. I already have really, but you know, of course, I have one screen. I need like a dual screen. I have a nice old handy Dell in the back screen. That's a 27-inch screen. So um, Michael says, "What phone do I use?" So currently, the phone this phone that I'm using right now, that's here, that I'm actually using on this live, is an iPhone 15. I have the iPhone 15. I plan to have it for 1 to 2, maybe even 3 years, maybe not, but 1 to 2 years. I'm not sort of interested in upgrading. I put all of my money in on the stuff that helps me to do what I need to do and be creative, yo. So, yep. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you get a chance. Like the video. I appreciate you guys. Elijah says, hi. Hi, Elijah. How are you doing? Let me know where you guys are watching from if you're just watching for the first time. I told you guys, Actually, let me know. First time watchers, hit me with a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 in the chat if you're here for the first time. Yes, I want to see you. I want to know who you are, where you're from. Um, Scottier Barney says, I'm buying 10 Mac Pros. Well, geez, are you opening up a company? Like 10 Mac Pros is a lot of Macs. Are you starting a company there? What's all of that for? It's a lot of power. Let me know, Scottier. Why are you buying 10 different Mac Pros? That's a lot of money. Elijah is first timer. You guys welcome you, Elijah, to the chat and to the community. Elijah, so glad to meet you. My name is Brett. This video is sponsored by Anvil Music and Media. I appreciate you for joining today. Let's see. Scottier Barney says, do I watch Major League Baseball? I grew up a Major League Baseball fan when I was a kid. I watched a lot of baseball, actually. I want to get back into it. It's just, I got better things to do, honestly. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but baseball, the games last like 2.5 hours. And I think they tried to speed it up like a couple years ago. They were like giving the pitchers like a certain number of time amount of time to pitch. Like you had a certain amount of time to pitch. But I do like Major League Baseball. I don't really watch it. I actually bought the one of the Major League Baseball games. I don't even know what the name of it is. I bought it for a PlayStation 5, or my son's PlayStation 5. I didn't even play. I went through the training camp. I didn't even play a game. So I'm invested in a whole lot of things, but yeah, Major League Baseball is I like it more or less for the statistics. So Arshnu asked me if I'm from Canada. I'm from the US. Yeah. I'm from the US. I am from the US today. So yeah, Scotty, I don't know. Are you a big baseball fan? You guys let me know in the chat what sort of things are you guys into? Elijah says, what about footy? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Rodrigue Beat says, hi. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. My name is Brett. Thanks for joining, Rodrigue Beats. Appreciate you. Sounds like your handle sounds like you are into production. Let me know what type of production you do, what type of production you're in. My studio is where I am currently, and this space is for production. I do a lot of video stuff too, but Solomon, well, thank you. Thanks for letting us know your name, Solomon. Solomon's the first timer, I believe. Where are you watching from, Solomon? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you for joining in the chat. Others, come on, give me your names in the chat. Let me know who you are today. Elijah says I gotta go to bed. Okay. All right. Well, good night to you, sir. Rodri Beats is from Ghana. Shout out to Ghana. Ghana is in the house. Where is everybody else from? You guys let me know. Ghana, sending love to you guys out there. Love you very much. Appreciate you for joining the chat. Solomon, I like that name. That's a strong name, Solomon. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me know what type of beats you do. Like what are you in? What are you producing today? What is your DAW of choice? What are you sort of using to perform or to create? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I've done the beats. I've made beats. I've produced. I've released or co-released albums, co-produced albums before. So excited about that. Got any? you have any questions, Solomon, you'd like to ask, any sort of production questions, who in here is interested in getting into the content space, like content creation? Basically doing what I do. For you guys, that don't know, my handle is at Anvil Group. So if you look up just Google at Anvil Group, and you'll get all of my information, my IG, Facebook, YouTube, of course, because we're on YouTube. And I just like to say, like, I like to brag on YouTube a little bit. I absolutely love YouTube and the space that YouTube allows us to come on. Now, I'm not fully invested in YouTube as being how I sort of communicate to my followers, but YouTube is absolutely the greatest social media space that you can be a part of, that you can sort of be creative in, and it beats all of them. YouTube beats TikTok, in my opinion. It beats Instagram. It beats all of them. So I just wanted to brag on YouTube for a moment. The thing about content creation is you have to make sure that whatever you're creating and whatever you're presenting for your followers or your subscribers, you have to be sure that you're consistent, at least in one space, right? And that's what I've been. I've been consistent in YouTube. I'm not trying to really, I've been tempted to do other sites, but it's just not really worth it. All of the work that has to go into all of the video edits that you have to, sort of work through every week. I'm releasing videos here in and here out. If you guys get a chance, go check out my videos, not just the live. I appreciate you for joining the live, but check out the videos. Yeah, but releasing content is not sort of, it's not an easy thing to do. So Solomon says I do rap songs. Okay. So do you actually rap, or do you produce those rap songs? I'd love to hear your music. Contact me at anvillmusicmedia@gmail. That's Anvil with 2 L's. Musicmedia@gmail. If you get a chance, let me know. Arshnu says, can you recommend a good mic stand that's not flimsy one? The one I have is very flimsy. Yeah, mic stand. I think Prolock. I'm gonna look it up. I think Prolock has mic stands. T-Lock. Arshnu, go to sweetwater.com. You can get a pretty solid mic there in Sweetwater. So, yeah, they sell T-Lock, T-short microphone stands. And I mean, you can pretty much get, your mic stand's probably old. Solomon says, thanks for the advice. Nah, man, I appreciate you for joining. That's what we're here for. Yes, you rap. Okay, cool. What sort of rap do you like? What sort of style are you? So cool. Little Peep is in the chat. Yes, I'm absolutely happy, man. Not sure what the question is, but happiness comes from within. And yes, I'm happy. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. Not Reacher or Arsenal says, is Rode a good company for microphones? Stuff their mic stand had pretty good reviews. I like Rode. So Arsenal, Rode was one of the first mics that I purchased. I actually had a Rode mic. It was a silver mic. I'll never forget it. It was the very first mic I purchased. It was I think it was like $200. A nice starter mic. Especially if you're recording vocals. One thing with Rode mics you have to be careful of is they're very harsh. They're very harsh on the high end. So a lot of vocals, if you have a vocalist that is it sings, you know, a little bit higher, or has produces higher frequencies when you record them or when they sing, you got to really be careful with that, because the harshness, you can't get that out of the mix if you're mixing. So I would be careful of the Rode mics. Maybe they've gotten better. One mic I do recommend is the Vanguard V13. It's a mic I have over here, and I'll show you guys where the mic is. Oh, you can't see it because of the light. But anyway, it's over there in the corner. Yeah, it's probably hard to see. It's like right there. So I would be careful with the Rode mics, because they sort of they tend to give off a harshness that you cannot fix. So hopefully that helps you. But good luck on that. Arshni, are you into production? You never told me what you actually do. I mean, you supported the channel like crazy, but I didn't realize, are you actually doing production? Any other questions you guys have? I'm in the studio. Any questions you have on studio production, sort of software you need to get, software you're looking for, let me know, because we're here hanging out. I'm glad to have you guys here. Let me know as you're watching, as you're on the live. Leave in the chat where you are watching from. We've got some folk from Ghana. Solomon has decided to join us, grace us. He's from Ghana. We've got people from India. Arshnu is a long-time listener, long-time follower. We've got other people from maybe from Canada. I'm, of course, from the U.S. I'm from the eastern part of the United States, and my name is Brett with Anvil. Let me know where you are watching from if you're just joining. Any questions that you guys have in regards to software, in regards to music, if you're looking to further your creativity through the content creation space. Let me tell you guys something. The content creation space is a wild, wild west. I'm going to tell you. It's so saturated, but you still can show up as yourself. You can show up as a creative and bring your qualities and who you are to the space of content creation. I encourage all of you guys who are listening to this video, who may be listening to this replay, if you'd like to get into content creation, do not fear the space. It can be very fearful, or it can cause you fear and cause you to be intimidated by the space, because a lot of people would say, oh, it's already saturated. Listen, you still have to show up as you and who you are. Don't fear the space. What you have to offer, believe it or not, is you have much to offer in whatever, because all of us have sort of things that we've learned through life that would benefit somebody else. So to be a content creator is literally to there are people waiting for you to show up in the space, and they're not going to move from their spot unless you show up. So that's why I'm on here today. So just, I wanted to encourage those who are sort of looking to maybe join in the content creation space. I'm of course, I'm here for advice. I'm here every Tuesday, every Friday. If you have questions, join the channel. We're on YouTube right now. YouTube has afforded me the opportunity to join. I think even to go live, you have to have at least 50 subscribers. So it's not like terrible. And I started in this space 4 or 5 years ago with just 26 followers. I'm up now. I'm up to I think it's 1,300 subscribers. And even in the space nowadays, like, you don't look for views or for subscribers. You really are looking to I'm looking for those to join me in this space. I want my own tribe, even if it's like 12 or 15 people. I'm not necessarily interested in grabbing 4,000 and 5,000 different people. There are companies right now. I'm in talks with a company right now on a brand deal, and they've pretty much told me that they want me they want to collaborate on some of their products. So what happens is with co-collaboration, like, because I'm considered a micro influencer is basically anybody less than 500 subscribers. But like I'm telling you guys right now, even with less than 5,000 subscribers, even with having the subscriber count that I have, which is not much, and I'm not really worried about that. Companies understand that I have a group of niche followers. Somebody who has 400,000 subscribers, like, oh yeah, it's just popularity, right? At this point, I'm not necessarily popular, but what I do offer is sort of niche, and it's in the tech space, right? So, anyway, so Reacher says, I do kind of like, I don't post music for now because I don't think it's very good at the moment. I try to make it better. You use Audacity for voice recording. Okay, so okay. Do you actually sing as well, or are you recording somebody else? Um, yeah. Arshnu, I love to check out your music. Um, Joe, what's up, Joe? How are you doing today? Hope it's a good Friday for you, man. It's so good to see you're a part of the chat. Um, how's your journey been going? How's the music been going? How's the production been going? I saw, Joe, that you were in the studio, I think at your friend's house. You guys look like you guys were making some music, starting to make some stuff. I love that consistency. Man, you can't get better unless you are consistent. I don't care if you create music. I don't care if whatever you do, it doesn't really matter. Consistency is a must. Consistency will outlast. It's like I said, it's like water eroding a rock. I don't care how hard that rock is. That water over time is going to eventually erode it if it keeps flowing through or flowing over that rock. So, want to encourage you and to say, just keep going, keep being consistent, keep showing up. Even the songs that you don't complete, like, they have a place, they have a space. If they're unfinished, you'll come back to them later, but you got to get that you got to get that you got to get those ideas out. I heard someone say, when it comes to creating, you want to make sure that whatever sort of God gives, or he implants or places and gives to you, you got to do it, because you might get it taken away if you don't create whatever you've been given. It may get taken away, and what I mean by that is he may give it to somebody else. Point is, it's going to get out there. So, and that's just encouraging me too. Like, any sort of thing I do, if I have an idea, if I want to come online and kind of talk it through, even through the live, like sometimes I talk my ideas out. I want to get that out in the space, because you just never know. And every time I've created something, I've been so thankful at the end of creating whatever I created, whether or not it was a song, a progression, a beat, whatever it was. At the end of me creating it, it was like, oh man, what if I didn't do that, right? What if I didn't take the time to allow my creativity to grow into some type of rough draft, or some type of I don't know, progression or whatever. So cool. Adnan, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining, Adnan. I appreciate you. My name is Brett. Nice to meet you. Seems like you may be a first timer. Adnan says hi. How's it going? Let me see your question, your setup costs and specifications. Great question. And I want to do, I eventually want to do like a studio take you guys through my studio, like a studio hall, to where I can show you. But my setup, my setup cost, I mean, it ranges, like, right. My setup is anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000, something like that. Right now, currently, my setup is is I've got a couple Macs. My specs, what I use is right now I have a iMac, which is 2015. I have another iMac, which is 2017. I'm running some of the software that I'm running is Logic. I also have Pro Tools that I use. These are all DAWs, which digital audio workstations. On the graphic side of things, on the video side, of course, I use iMovie. Yes, I still use iMovie, right? Right. Don't shade me for that, man. iMovie is still it's editing, right? It's video editing. It's free and it's free. Apple gives it to you free. So use iMovie. I also use Final Cut Pro for video editing, and I also have the entire suite of Adobe software, which is Adobe InDesign. I have Adobe Premiere, all the Adobes, man. Half of these things I don't even Adobe Illustrator. I have Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Bridge. Adobe's got some cool AI features now too. I need to really get into that. I do not like Adobe for the subscription because it's like whatever. Got a few keyboards. I've got got a ton of mics. I have a ton of headphones. I use Audio Technica headphones. I also have Bear Dynamic headphones, which are great headphones. I can get into all of that. I actually have a review on my Bear Dynamics. I have a review on my Audio Technicas. Just check out my channel for some of those reviews. So yeah, that's pretty much my setup. Your setup is your setup. Make it yours. Doesn't have to look like this. Doesn't have to be like this. This is just what I've come up with over the years. And yeah, hopefully that helps you out. Did that answer your question, Adnan? Sorry. And you let me know where you watching from. Arshnu says, I'm going to London next week, so I'm excited. I'm going to buy stuff for my content creator. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Any reason why you're going to London, just to buy it, just to purchase it? Is it a specialized shop that you're going to? You know, Arshnu, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're looking at purchasing, because I love to help you and assist you if you need any question. Of course, you can reach out to me because I'm here, and you sort of hang out with me on the times and the dates that I'm here. But yeah, I would encourage, man, get into that content creation space. I've got a book, a free ebook on branding. You branding yourself as a content creator. So if you guys are interested, I don't know if you guys are interested in getting the free ebook. It's an ebook on branding that I wrote myself. How you can sort of show up in the branding space. Type free in the chat. Type free in the chat. I want to know who wants the free ebook on branding. Type free, and I can deliver it to you. I have to figure out a way to get to you. But yeah, good luck with going to London. I wasn't in London. I was in London. I was in Paris. I was in Paris last August. I was there. I ended up being there for like a layover flight back to the States. But I've been to London before. I was probably like 14 last time I went to London. So it's been a minute. Love London. Love that area. Joe Matz says, Joe's asking which DAWs are my favorite. I've sort of leaned in towards Logic, which is Apple based. I really like Logic. Each DAW sort of gives you, it has strengths and weaknesses, right? With DAWs, for example, I also use Pro Tools, but I prefer Logic over pretty much all of them. With Pro Tools, Pro Tools is definitely, and they're owned by Avid now, I think. But they're definitely probably one of the best in terms of vocal recording. The reason why I like Logic is because you have the vocal recording, but you also have the library of instruments, MIDI instruments that you can use. Sounds are just out of this world. It's very user friendly, and I've been using Logic for about 12 years, so I don't see me switching. I don't see me switching in that DAW. I also recently purchased Ableton. I want to get into Ableton more. I have Ableton 12, which is the latest Ableton. Seems to be pretty. Ableton's slick as well. I like the real-time functionality of Ableton. Like, you know, if I'm in a live setting and I'm pressing a key to play my my track, as soon as I press it, it goes. Logic has a hesitation that I don't really like. So Ableton's more or less geared to like live settings, but if I were to choose, I've got to go Logic. Yeah, let's rate them. I mean, for vocal recording, 1 out of 10, between 1 and 10. For Logic, I go maybe like a 7, 7.5. For music production, between 1 and 10, I go 8.5. For usability, I go like a 9. So yeah, I like Logic. Okay, so your aunt's son, your cousin's wedding. So that's why you're going. Okay, cool. All right. Safe travels to you, Archdu. How long are you gonna be in London? Let me know. Archnu says, do I know Wondershare, Filmora? I use it mostly, and some Adobe software I don't know how to use. The DaVinci Resolve for editing, but I still have it installed. So yeah, it sounds like, are you using a Windows computer? Because I know DaVinci is like Windows based, right? Let me know. Let me know about that. I think it's Windows based. Yeah. Be official. What's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel, to the live. My name is Brett with Anvil. I am from, I was about to be funny, but I'm from the US, from the eastern part of the US. Welcome to the channel. Let me know where you're watching from. Appreciate it. This channel focuses in on tech, the tech space. I'm sort of in the tech space. I'm in the computer space, but I appreciate it. Be official. What do you do? What's your thing? Are you into content creation? What do you sort of do? Are you a creative? Let me know. I'm assuming you're watching. Maybe you saw me. You saw the studio. Glad you decided to join. Glad you decided to join. Furquan says, I'm from Detroit. Welcome, Detroit. I love it in Detroit. I love Detroit area. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Furquan, your first timer, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. We're just sitting here chilling, talking to our subscribers. A lot of people on here are first timers. Arshnu says, I have a Windows gaming laptop. Yeah, I figured. DaVinci Resolve has been pretty good. I've heard good reviews about it. I mean, it's been around forever. So, good stuff. Furquan says, where do I live? So I'm in the eastern part, United States. I'm here in Virginia. Yep. I'm here in Virginia. Any questions you have, guys? You have questions on content creation? Have any questions on music production? Even editing, like video editing? You guys, what are you guys doing on the YouTube space? Are you releasing videos? Are you providing content? You building a following? Let me know. I'm here to help. Any questions you have been asking, I've been answering questions in this space. So content creation has been sort of my second life, right? It hasn't been my full life, but Furquan says we're not neighbors. No, we're not. Detroit, you're still on the East Coast. So welcome, Detroit. Welcome to the channel. Detroit is here. Appreciate you for joining. Thanks for all the others. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you get a chance. Today we're just sort of talking and hanging out. I've been looking up some information. I told you guys earlier that I'm sort of interested in the Mac Mini 4 that I've sort of been flirting with purchasing. Still haven't gotten to it because I'm like I don't just buy equipment just to buy it, right? Yeah. I don't buy it just to buy. That's sort of silly. Furquan says Detroit is all about family, downtown hoods, very popular. Yeah. Yep. Arshnu says DaVinci Resolve is two times harder than Premiere Pro, and you would need the top specs Windows for it. Okay. So it's just not DaVinci's just not it's just not user friendly. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's just not user friendly for that. When it comes to the software that I use, it has to be user friendly. If I'm having any sort of issues like trying to figure out where my edits are, how to get in out of the software, if I'm having any sort of issues with it's slowing up my computer, well, that's another thing, because if your computer is slow, that means you probably need to upgrade your space or your RAM. If it has any sort of glitching, I will throw it away. I'm not here for when I'm creating and I'm in a creative space, I'm in that space, and it's nothing more frustrating. I think it's the absolute worst to have software that you cannot function fully in. Now there are times where you have to be creative, right? Because creativity is always going to push the boundaries of the space that you're sort of living and working in. And those boundaries, you have to end up being even more creative and thinking sort of outside of the box. Not everything is so technical that you can't be creative enough to push your ideas out to the space, you know? So yeah, it's all about being creative. All about being creative and making sure that your ideas that they are pushed out. Oh, let's see. But Furquan, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, man. Follow us. I'm here every Tuesday and every Friday. But yeah, downtown hoods, I mean, we got hoods everywhere. There are hoods where I am, you know, hoods all over the place. But yeah, I love the people. Arshnu says he's got to go. Okay, take it easy. Anybody else have any questions today? Anybody else have any questions? Any sort of content creation questions, production questions? The confidence I tell you to step into this space, to become a part of this this space, it takes pure confidence. Like you have to literally go for it. My first live, believe it or not, was this year. I have not been coming on live for a long time, but literally the community that I've sort of become a part of, and you guys are that community. I have watched it grow, and I literally take energy from it. It's a space to where we can talk, and sort of we have, you know, for the most part, you know, people are respectful. Sometimes I have to kick some folk out, but for the most part. Like I'm an energy person, and the energy I believe that you give out is what you're going to get in return. So it's all positive energy here. I ain't got no negative energy for anybody. What else you guys got? Any first timers here? Anybody joining the chat for the first time? If you are, my name is Brett with Anvil. Happy that you decided to join. Appreciate you guys. A Cash has decided to join. Thanks for the comment, A Cash. A Cash asked, "Am I a full-time YouTube personality?" No, I'm not. I'm not full-time in this space. And the reason why I am not is, well, I have other jobs. Plus, I could not be full-time in this. It would drive me crazy, probably. I mean, you got to think about the people who are full-time. This is all they do. This is their livelihood. They have to show up even when they don't want to show up. I don't have to show up, and I don't, I literally, I just do it for my community. I do it for you guys. I don't show up because I have to. I show up because the people show up, and those who show up, like you guys show up consistently throughout the week. It feeds me, gives me energy. I literally dream about coming online before I do. I'm like trying to think about the things that I'm going to talk and discuss, make sure I'm prepared. I'm always prepared. The last live video that I did, I pretty much I was showing you guys different books that you can sort of read to prepare yourself and to learn and to educate yourself in this space, because I believe that if you don't continue to educate yourself, you can't really you don't really have anything to offer. So that is a long answer to your question, A Cash. But yeah, no, I'm not full time in the space. I just can't box myself into just doing one thing. I'm full time into what I'm full time into it. I do, like I said before, I do production. I'm into video editing, graphics. I make my own thumbnails. I record my own videos. I edit my own videos. I'm also into investing, stocks, crypto. I haven't even gotten to that part of who I am. So it's just too much stuff out here for me to be full time in one thing. So Super Cat says, is that A? I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, A Cash. Where are you watching from, A Cash? Let me know since you decided to leave a comment. Where are you watching this live from? Let me know in the chat. But this space is for you just as well as it is for me. I love this. I love the space. I love social media. I love getting online. I love sort of talking to you all, seeing what's on your mind, seeing how I can sort of help in any way I can. Sometimes you guys help me. The last live we had, I got a suggestion to sort of start a Discord, which is sort of a live space for people to be able to talk and interact, which is pretty much this, right? This is a live interaction. But in a Discord, maybe you get a little bit more flexibility, you get a little bit more things that you can do, right? So yeah, that's just what it is. We are here for that. I'm here for you guys. And Cash says he's from India. Welcome from India. I have many followers from India, and I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I love talking to you guys. I got anybody else? Suryanto, hey, how's it going? Let me know where you're watching. Are you first time? Appreciate you watching the channel. Let me know where you're watching from. My name is Brett with Anvil. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Let's see. Anybody sort of interested in starting maybe a business in content space? Anybody saying like, oh man, I don't have enough money, I'm broke, I can't start the business. Listen, if you feel stuck, if you're overwhelmed, I would encourage you. Being broke doesn't mean that you're necessarily out of the game and you're out of the space, but you can start today. Anybody sort of interested in launching your business? You can launch your business even if your bank account is empty. Like, I'm a firm believer it's all about the strategy and the mindset that you bring to the table. Any sort of business questions you guys have today? I'm here to answer it. I'm here to answer those questions. Let's see. I wanted to share something with you all. Any other questions? Let's see. Email. But yeah. Anybody sort of looking to start their own business, looking to start in content creation, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Acash says, not in business. I'm a stock trader. Actually, do you day trade? Are you invested long term? Do you do both? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. You're a stock trader. Yeah, I'm also a stock trader. Heavily into the stock market, even though I have not been. I haven't day traded since like March or February. I got pinched when Tesla started dropping, the stock started dropping. Hey Cash, let me know. Give me your number one piece of advice. Maybe you can help somebody today. Give me your number one piece of advice for investing. Maybe I'll give mine. I love investing because I love well, that's not really investing. Like that's trading. There's a difference. If you're investing, that means you're holding long term. But give me your piece of advice for an investor or a trader. My advice is buy low, sell high. How about that? Yeah, but I've been in the stock market for about 2 or 3 years. I enjoy it. I love it. It's too volatile right now. I don't trust, honestly. I just don't. I'm not here to be politically biased, but I really don't trust the administration currently, and how it's affecting the stock market. It's just it pushes it like the what am I trying to say? The administration and the news sort of like it just the stock market's been way too volatile. I mean, it's been more volatile than crypto, literally more volatile than crypto. Yeah. So, hey, Cash, what kind of stocks are you invested in? Let me know. Are you invested in bank stocks, technology stocks, agricultural, energy? What do you got going on? Because for you, the market's about to open in about an hour and a half. Our stock exchange hits hard, depends on the news mostly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Even today, like, I wouldn't dare. I stopped, like, because I had lost some money. I stopped day trading on Fridays because I'm like, it's too volatile. And Fridays is like everybody goes off on vacation, so it's like, or they're like gone for the weekend. They don't work on Fridays, so people aren't necessarily Currently PSU running high in here. I'm not sure what that is. The public sector. Okay. What's your advice? I didn't hear your advice on those. We may have some future traders or some future investors. The other piece of advice I would say for stock investments, to diversify. Make sure you diversify your portfolio. It works every time. And if you're this isn't advice. This is only educational. But if you're a day trader, you are going to lose money. Believe me when I say this, you will lose money because I have. So ACAS says always step up to date with news and markets. Always keep up to date. Always keep up to date with news and market sentiments. I always have a group of people. Yeah. You got to stay on the news. I mean, you have to stay on. I'm not just saying the daily news. You got to stay on the minute to minute news. The Federal Reserve, the chair. A lot of times comes Jerome Powell when he talks. That market is moving based off of what he's saying, based off of what Trump says or does. If their trade talks, Elon can say. I mean, even though Elon's been pretty quiet lately, not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, you got to keep up to date with the news and the happenings. I have I have an app on my phone that sort of, I've got to get back into it, and not that I've left it all together, but I'm both in stocks and in crypto. So, yep. Najib, hey, how's it going? Najib, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you for joining. Where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from today. My name is Brett with Anvil. Appreciate you for joining. I'm here Tuesdays and Fridays. Today is Friday. We're here. We're ushering the weekend in. It is the weekend. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I'm excited about the weekend coming up. I am good. Things are good. Listen, I'm happy. I'm healthy, and I'm here. 3 H's. Happy, healthy, here. There we go. I literally just made that up, but no, it's the truth. It is the truth. You can't be healthy without being happy. You can't be here without being healthy, right? And you can't be happy without being here, because I'm happy to be here, happy to serve you. What sort of questions do you guys have? Najib, are you in the content creation space? Do you do content creation? Are you a creator? You do music production? What are you sort of here? YouTube is such a huge space for us to sort of generate ideas and to lock in and to create. Yeah. Let me know what you got going on, Najib. Your name's Dev. Hey, Dev. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining, Dev. I appreciate you for joining. Any others out there? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit like on this video. We've been up here. We've been talking. I've been sort of, Fridays is my time to address my those who follow me and those who are in the comments. So, oh, you're a developer. Okay, developer. Awesome. I was like, is your name Deb? Like, okay, short. Of course you would be a developer. Like, you're using a shortcut. That's what developers do. They're like, I don't feel like typing out the whole word. Let me type it out shorthand, get it out as quickly as I can. So you develop software. What are you sort of developing? Do you have a website? Um, Share your business with us. Let us know what you got. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. We're here every Tuesday and Friday around this time. Yeah, what sort of developer are you? A software developer? Let me know. Let me know it in the chat. Anybody interested in purchasing or buying a MacBook or a Windows? Not a Windows, a MacBook or a iMac. Anybody interested in sort of upgrading their computer? I have a MacBook guide for you guys. It details the M chip, the series, the MacBook Air, the Pros, how upgrading RAM and storage will affect your performance in your Mac. Yeah, deep dive into the series. I've got the ebook. It's online. You can purchase it today. Purchase it today. Let's see here. So you're a back-end developer? Not sure I know what that means. But thanks for joining. I appreciate you joining me today. I'm actually doing I'm doing some work here, so so a back-end developer. Let me know what that means. That's something. Does that deal with like the server or something? Are you like, do you like maintain, I guess, a website or server? Do you have a company that you work for? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, you said yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the channel. I deal heavily in tech space. I'm not as versed in like websites and all of that and software. We got a lot of programmers that are a part of this space, and so I welcome your expertise and your advice in that space, because that seems to be what you do. Najib says the connection between the server data and the main UI. Okay, cool. Najib, where are you from? Let me know where you're watching from in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from. That seems pretty cool. And also let me know, like, what are your thoughts on the AI space and the AI race and how AI is sort of taking flight. You know what? And speaking of AI, so AI for me, I'm learning that the future of AI is going to be great, right? There are some issues with what we have going on because the software is developing at such a rate to where it's surpassing the governmental rules and regulations that will sort of be there to keep it within, the boundaries of integrity and, social structure. So it's interesting to see, like, I'm interested to see how they're going to sort of regulate the AI space. The U.S. Government, as we know, the Constitution. That's where I live. The U.S. Constitution is sort of antiquated, like it's 300 years old. So like, no wonder there have to be amendments that are added to the Constitution every year. But like, what you're going to start to see is my AI is going to start talking to your AI. It's probably already doing it now, because a lot of things that I'm using and I'm doing, the information that I'm getting, what I'm doing with that information is I'm actually using it to help me to assert who I am, to better communicate with the space that I'm in, and the surrounding community and society that I live in. Um, it's all about better education. It's all about better communication. It's all about better innovation. So with all of these things, it's most likely that I'm using AI to sort of help me to be better. And then on the other end of the computer, whoever I'm communicating with is also using AI. So you got two AIs really kind of talking to each other, with the humans as the brains. Well, not really the brains, but the the steering wheel of the conversation. So the AI is the brain, the human provides the steering wheel to steer in the direction of where they want to go. So Najib's from Libya. Welcome from Libya. I think you're my first Libya. Well, I don't know if you subscribed yet, but you're the first I've seen from Libya. That's awesome. Awesome. So you're saying your thoughts. Najib says AI is incredibly good. The main issue is just writing the prompt to make that you're going to see the correct output. Yeah. People don't really understand that, right? Like a lot of these open source entities that we use, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gronk, Gemini. Some people call it Gemini. A lot of these services, you've got to be careful because what you're asking it may not give you the correct information. So the prompting, it's like the more descriptive you are about what you're asking for, the more that AI software can say, oh, so you mean such and such. So you're talking about even getting into the language of how we use it. Like English is a very confusing language. So you can imagine somebody programming AI for English versus, for Spanish versus, all of these different languages. Is from language to language to language. So it's next, not next level learning, but it is language aside learning. I guess that's probably not a great way to describe it. But yeah, AI is incredibly good. Appreciate that comment. Appreciate that comment. But yeah, we're here. So for those of you just joining, my name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media. I appreciate you as you're joining. Let me know where you are watching from. If you're just picking this up from the live feed, I appreciate you for joining. We're just hanging out. You got any questions? I'm hanging out in my studio here. Those who have questions about music, if you'd like me to review your music, or if you'd like me to answer any questions you have on content creation, the content space, I'm here for that. I'm currently talking to Najib from Libya, having a pretty dope conversation about AI. But yeah, I'm excited for AI. I talked a little bit about how AI is sort of like we're all training AI, and AI is in its infant stages currently, but it is learning rapidly and it is growing rapidly. I mean, by leaps and bounds. Some of the growth in the past month has surpassed the growth of the past 5 years. So by the end of this year, we will probably have 10x in growth in terms of AI and what it can do and how it can sort of provide support. Even developers at MIT. So MIT up in Boston, I believe, there are developers that are really young. These CEOs are coming out of college, and instead of having to employ 300 people to do a certain job, they're employing AI, and then they're employing about 2 or 3 people. And so they're coming out of college as CEOs of these startup companies, which are being funded, call it venture capitalism. They're being funded to perform. And I love the Apples of the world, the Googles, the YouTube, the Apples, the Googles, the Facebooks, all of these big major companies. But I don't think they're going to be the companies of the future of AI. there's going to be another company to rise and just to sort of really take on that space. ChatGPT has done that. ChatGPT today is what Google was 10 years ago in terms of search. The search engine that you have is limitless. I mean, I was searching on some properties, like some rental stuff and some properties, and it was giving me information that normally you can't. You have to search a little bit deeper with Google. Like with Google, you probably would have to zone in your search because Google's pretty much throwing anything at you, or based off of its advertisements, it's kicking back to you the information, you know, that it thinks. But with ChatGPT, you actually tell it what you think, and it will help extend your education in the space of what you're looking for. So let's see. Najib says, I'm a music producer. Yes, I have produced music. Yes, I am sort of a music producer part-time. I don't do it on full-time basis, but that's one of the things that I do. I do quite a lot of different things. Music production is one of those things. Any questions you got on music production? That is the creative part of my brain that I use. So yeah, music production is what I do. Good question. As you can see, I've got the studio in the back here. Got the studio, if you can see it. Yep. So yeah, music production is my thing. Anything, Najib, you sort of seeing in the future of websites and the future of software in the future? I mean, I know, and it makes sense that you're talking about AI needs to be correctly prompted because that's pretty much what that's your responsibility, right? You sort of use the code to help browsers communicate with databases. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Any questions you guys have for me today? Like I said, once again, I am here Tuesdays and Fridays every time or around this time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Go check out my videos, my live videos. We're just we're just hanging out, and I love to give value in the space that I'm in. I love to learn. Like I said, I showed you guys my books over in the corner. So if you guys have any sort of things you want to talk about, let me know, and we'll be here every week. We'll be here every week. But I hope that everybody has a great weekend. I hope that you guys are able to do and have fun, whatever you got going on. Yeah, just have fun and be safe. And I will talk to you guys soon.